Look at this. But some people want to show off.
Severe storms swept across both central Pennsylvania and northern Virginia, unleashing powerful rainstorms that triggered widespread flash flooding and damage in multiple communities across both states. Floodwaters surged through urban and suburban streets.
A little bit too fast, but we're still in a safe zone. Here comes the waves.
In central Pennsylvania, particularly Lancaster and Lebanon counties, the National Weather Service issued a rare flash flood emergency due to intense rainfall and dangerous flood conditions. Heavy rain overwhelmed drainage systems, filling roads and low-lying areas with fast-moving water. Local roads near Mountville were completely submerged, and multiple water rescues were reported late into the night by firefighters from Manheim Township. Vehicles were stranded mid-street, while emergency responders navigated dangerous floodwaters to reach trapped residents.
They're big enough to do real damage. They're bouncing off the cars, and you can see them splashing down in the water all over. This is the real deal, kids.
The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office also assisted with rescue operations, sharing urgent warnings as more storms approached the already saturated region. The situation worsened as more rain was forecast, prompting continued vigilance from both officials and the public.
This is an area that very rarely floods, and I've never seen it like this before. Now watch the waves coming up. There's a wake, literally. Like cars are making wakes as they go. Here comes another one. One of these yahoos is going to get stuck here pretty soon. Up at that intersection up there, it gets even deeper historically.
This guy in the truck, he's smart. He's going slow. There was a Jeep earlier that was going fast, and I'm surprised it didn't suck up. Oh, look at this. He should be going a little bit slower, but he's all right. He's good. He's good.
On the same evening, downed trees and waterlogged highways led to significant transportation disruptions, including closures on State Route 30 and Route 72 in Lancaster County. Some roads remained impassable into the following morning due to lingering floodwaters and debris. Across the city of Lancaster, 3.62 inches of rainfall fell in a single day, placing it among the city's 10 wettest days ever recorded. The deluge was particularly intense in June, setting new seasonal records and fueling flash flood concerns. Carlisle also experienced intense flooding, with streets covered by water and the lower levels of a downtown parking garage completely inundated. Residents documented scenes of cars half submerged and tree limbs scattered by powerful wind gusts.
You know, you got to keep filling the volume. I should remind anybody who's just joining us, this is Carlisle, Pennsylvania. We just had a heck of a flood. We had some hail almost as big as quarters, I would say.
Thousands of homes and businesses across central Pennsylvania lost power during the storm. At the peak, more than 5,600 customers in Carlisle and 3,200 in Millersburg were without electricity, with additional outages in Lancaster and surrounding areas.
Oh, there's a tree down over there. I'm gonna...
Grass don't go good. Grass will go really good once it's dry.
One time the water was up there, you can see where the debris is. So it was about another 2 feet higher at one point.
As of the following morning, crews had restored service in many neighborhoods, though isolated pockets in Salisbury Township, Columbia Borough, and Millersville remained in the dark. First Energy also reported nearly 1,000 outages in Berks County. Meanwhile, in Winchester, Virginia, flash floods erupted Sunday night after back-to-back thunderstorms dumped several inches of rain on the region. Streets turned to rivers, particularly in Old Town, where water surged into shops and homes.
Here they go. More brave souls. She's slowing down. She didn't get the memo. Don't go slow.
Garbage bins floated down city streets, and parked cars sat in water up to their bumpers. Local residents shared footage of homes with flooded basements and downtown storefronts battling rising flood levels with sandbags.
But there's got to be some, with this level of flooding in town, there has to be some catastrophic flooding. And this, kids, is when they tell you that there's no such thing as global warming or climate change, the answer is maybe, maybe not, but we certainly have more severe weather than we've had. I've been in Carlisle since 1995.
Meteorologists warned that conditions were ripe for more storms to develop, fueled by high heat and humidity that lingered through the day. Thunderstorms were expected to intensify by the afternoon, compounding existing flood threats. The National Weather Service issued a hazardous weather outlook for Winchester and Frederick County, urging caution as another round of severe weather was expected. Flash flood potential remained high due to already saturated ground. Local officials in Virginia coordinated efforts to clear blocked storm drains and monitor high-risk areas, as neighborhoods near creeks and underpasses faced repeat flooding. Emergency alerts remained active throughout the day. Communities in both Pennsylvania and Virginia faced similar challenges: rising waters, wind damage, and vulnerable infrastructure, forcing emergency responders to work non-stop. Roads, homes, and businesses all bore the brunt of the Twin States storm crisis.